around the clock. Everyone on the FM 103.5. Whole day, all night. Join us. Culture and entertainment at their best.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebola DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Divine and Martin Efan, aka Lady B and Meta, from Mondays to Fridays from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive. 103.5 Ebola DFM.
West. It's another beautiful Friday morning, being the 27th day of January 2023, and time check is 7 o'clock this morning. It is the headlines, the newspaper headlines on the 103.5 FM. Before we do that, let's go on this short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Welcome back to Ebola, the 103.5 FM. And if you're just tuning in, you are on time for the newspaper headlines. This morning, we'll be taking a good look at the Guardian newspaper, Punch, Nation, Premium Times, Vanguard, Leadership, Daily Post, and Tribune. Please join us on our Facebook page. We are live at Ebola, the 103.5 FM. Sending your SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-9666-1035. You can stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. My name is Divine.
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. How federal government foiled new jailbreaks after Kuje prison attack. Edo to shut churches, mosques, event centers without soundproof, March 31st. Lagos moves against quackery, malpractice in health sector. Stampede as Nigerians tackle Central Bank of Nigeria deadline on cash swap. Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps trains personnel ahead of elections, pledges coordinated security. Obasanjo, Wike, Fayemi advocate democratic culture in Nigeria. Alotis seek Sanwo-Olu's intervention on land appropriation delays. African Development Bank, IPAD, signs new pact to support 40 million African farmers, increase financing. 60% of violence survivors knew about spouses' abusive tendency. Operators seek special funding for aviation sector, airlines. Operator seeks special funding for aviation sector, airlines. Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission uncovers fresh evidence, rearrest ex-JAMB registrar Ojerinde. Makinde signs £50 million memorandum of understanding with France for healthcare education. CDD equip journalists with tools to combat fake news ahead of general elections. Ousted community leader seeks Uguayin's intervention. Clerics protest selling Abba church premises by Ibazu. Federal government moves for transparent oil sector as Buhari gets ultimatum on fuel scarcity. Gunmen kill Imo police sergeant. Others. Nigeria Institute of Social and Economic Researcher tax government on fostering integration among ethnic nationalities. Nigerian Institute of Social and Economic Researcher tax government on fostering integration among ethnic nationalities. Kumuyi laments economic hardship, asks Nigerians to elect right leaders. Osibanjo, Sultan, Olu of Warri, others interact on transforming Nigerian National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. Osibanjo, Sultan, Olu of Warri, others interact on transforming National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. UK launches climate finance accelerator. Nigeria calls for proposals. Court jailed 2 for vandalizing, stealing electric cables. European Union, India pledged support to drive foreign direct investment to Lagos Free Zone. Fuel crisis, commuters groan as protesters block Lagos Benin Expressway. University of Nigeria Vice Chancellor laments brain drain, urges government intervention. Onitsha residents protest construction of gas petrol station in residential area. Sule commissions computerized vehicle inspection center in Nasarawa. Students march against tuition fee hike, education loan bill. Oyo's chief imam is dead. Makinde, Folarin, mourn. Strengthen security to guarantee credible polls. Civil society organization charges federal government. Akwa Ibom organizes masterclass for assistant directors. Voice Over Academy alumni stand out at Global Voice Art event. At documentary screening, stakeholders decry attacks on media orders. 2023 elections, Defense Minister lauds National Air Force readiness to airlift INEC materials. Civil society organizations takes cashless policy, new Naira notes campaign to Gaki market. Civil society organizations takes cashless policy, new Naira notes campaigns to Gaki market. Federal government mocks Atiku over promises to revamp Ajaokuta. Federal government foils 66 attempts to hack Federal Executive Council virtual meetings. Pantami. We are committed to free, fair election. Malami. Immigration produced more than 1.7 million passports in 2022. Arebushala. Federal government moves to protect children in digital environment. Alleged 23.338 billion naira fraud. Court adjourns until March 6th for ex-minister Yuguda's counsel to cross-examine EFCC witness. Human Rights Writers Association criticizes Emefeli Pantami over failure to halt kidnapping using NIN, BVN. CBN denies scarcity of new Naira notes. Plight of medical professors fueling exodus of young professionals, says experts. Ikunne, PDP has 14 days to conduct fresh primaries, lawyers declares. Polls, Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps, KSS, allay fears of violence. Atiku reacts to US visa ban on Nigerians who undermine democracy. 2023 poll, Tinubu denies attacking Buhari over fuel scarcity, Naira redesign. Crisis in Rivers deepens as destruction of campaign billboards escalates. Edo confirms 38 Lassa fever cases in Eshako West, 24 in Esan West. Edo confirms 38 Lassa fever cases in Eshako West, 24 in Eshan West. Atiku, stakeholders laud Okowa's contribution to creative industry. Edo introduces digital learning. Partners UNICEF, others. Edo introduces digital learning. Partners UNICEF, others. 2023, Kwankwaso to discuss plans for Nigeria at webinary tomorrow. Assault, beheading of politicians, symptomatic of weak policing, failed state. says Human Rights Writers Association. Lassa fever case saw accompanied by fewer deaths. Lassa fever cases saw accompanied by fewer deaths. Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission appeals wants APC reps candidate convicted for alleged bribery. NMPCL retail outlets working to resolve fuel scarcity. NATO confirms. Ohaneze consoles Ibazu over deaths of Ikonne, sues for peace. African leaders offer flicker of hope amid imminent famine. Lagos State University Teaching Hospital intensifies fight against infections. Lagos monarchs declare support, says government. Makinde takes campaign to Saki East, says government would develop mineral resources. Adeleke woos investors to boost Osun's economy. Lagos State Labour Party gubernatorial. Central Bank of Nigeria deepens sensitization to rurals in Cross River as locals lament banks holding new naira notes. Ex-Alafin spirit love will ensure APC's victory in Oyo, says Ararape. Philanthropist donates boreholes to Ikeja community. Atiku, PDP remains best choice for Nigeria, says party's new generation. Why I'm in Bauchi Guba race by ex-CAS. Nigerian Union of Journalists president tax journalists on polls coverage. France to partner Kwara on Agric Act Tech. Central Bank of Nigeria to sanction banks rejecting old naira notes. Women decry inequality in mining sector. Attacking Buhari won't save you from defeat. Atiku mocks Tinubu. Tinubu's advisors ought to have advised him to stop going to Abeokuta. Obi. Apoti Udwana promises to help resuscitate ASC. Atiku's victory will appease Southeast, tackle insecurity, PDP assures. Enugu APC moves to expel Nnamani, 2 others, over alleged anti-party activities. How 100 million naira campaign fund widened Abia APC crisis. Report of Obi's campaign alignment with Atiku false, says Ozibo. Obiano's men, Tinubu's son, mobilize support for APC candidate. Hold credible polls to avoid needless agitation, West Africa Coalition tells INEC. Federal Executive Council okays 10 billion naira for Hadija airstrip, Enugu Airport. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning.
In leadership, police testify against doctor accused of defiling wife's niece. Make new naira notes available to Nigerians, PCC tells CBN. Will develop mineral resources to boost economy, says Makinde. After Supreme Court victory, Akpabio rejigs campaign structure. I will end marginalization of Southeast, Atiku. Lagos lawyer Vandi threatens to shoot my sister-in-law after killing my wife, husband. ICPC re-arrest ex-JAMB registrar Ojirinde, Africa, victim of Ukraine attempt to expel Nnamani. Others tears Enugu APC apart. NANS seeks extension of deadline on old naira notes. National Association of Nigerian Students seeks extension of deadline on old naira notes. CSO flays Tinubu over attack on new naira policy. BUA emerges main sponsor of 2023 Lagos International Poli Tourney. Waldrom names Ebi, Oshola, 21 others for Revelation Cup. Igalo lists conditions to play in Nigeria's league. Sports offer opportunities to bridge socio-cultural divides, says APC chieftain. Nami's magic wand, restructuring revenue collection in Nigeria. Isa Ashiru Kudauna Arise TV appearance. Isa Ashiru Kudauna's Arise TV appearance. Ex Palacios Depths Femicide exhibition trains young artists how to transform data into art. Palacios debut Femicides exhibition trains young artists how to transform data into art. 2023 INEC tasks Electoral Monitoring Committee on successful polls. Niger Republic Rail project will boost economic trade, federal government. Consume local product, Femi Adesina tells Nigerians. NUPRC stresses on accurate accounting, payment of hydrocarbon taxes. APC embarks on what campaign in Nasarawa. Federal government to begin action against electoral violence. Plateau APC ratifies factional chairman's expulsion. PDP lacks structure to win Southwest. APC. Lagos targets zero waterway accidents in 2023. Customs CG advocates human capital development, nurturing young officers. NITDA flags off ties scheme to bridge digital gap. Enugu Indigenes in Canada endorse PDP governorship. APC contact rally. Old Naira notes. Reps threatening to issue arrest warrant on Emefiele. Forgery allegation. Gombe government hails court ruling in Inowa's favor. Traders, beggars reject old Naira notes in KB. Poor circulation of new Naira notes cripples businesses in Bauchi local government. You said spend $10 million on 30,200 and not making it, spending it, make or more money choices, gains in recycling businesses. Obasanjo, Osibanjo Sultan, others meet on NIPSS transformation. CBN takes currency swap to Akwa Ibom communities. Obasanjo to new leaders, sustain your predecessors' programs. Equinor to divest $1 billion stake in Nigeria's Agbomi oil asset. CBN bans dollar payment for domestic transaction, launches AfroGo card. Atiku, Tinubu returned to the trenches over alleged plot to scuttle election. Naira redesign, traders, businesses rejecting old notes. Military keeps mum on Niger Nasarawa airstrikes. Presidential candidates unveil plans for first 100 days in office. Fair to deepen investment in Nigeria's agro-food, plastic print park industry. Federal government faults Atiku over Ajaokuta steel comments. Leadership award will spur us to do more. El-Rufai. That's all from leadership.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. Nigerian Union of Journalists stops membership of Information Ministry, NOA workers. Troops get code of conduct for elections. United Nations warns against hate speech ahead elections. CNG alleges plot to scuttle elections. Edo goes tough on noisy worship centers. COVID-19 killed 3,584 in 3 days, says World Health Organization. 228 police constables resume duty in Lagos. Tinubu, Atiku clash over fuel scarcity, anti-poll plot. Mega churches, schools bar old Naira note payment offering. Trial of Plateau Assembly Speaker stalled. Trial of Plateau Assembly Speaker stalled. Kanu Anti-Graft Commission share false sacking. Lagos local government firm empowers 1,000 artisans. Castina youth protest hardship, stone officials during Buhari's visit. Graft, independent corrupt practices and other related offenses. We arrest former JAMB registrar. Graft, independent corrupt practices and other related offenses. We arrest former JAMB registrar. Adeleke versus Oyetola. Tribunal rules today. Police warn troublemakers. Agency empowers domestic violence survivors. Lagos allocates 100 cars to directors by e-ballot. Get your PVCs. Group urges citizens. Sustain democratic culture. Obasanjo Fayemi tells Nigerians. Nasarawa explosion. 37 victims buried, says Governor Sule. Elections. Reps seek suspension of academic activities in verses. Buhari knocks Nigerian elite for being very selfish. Inspector General of Police recommends ex-PPRO Mba Ohu Abunwa as Ogun. Lagos Commissioner of Police. Inspector General of Police recommends ex-PPRO Mba Owowunwa as Ogun, Lagos Commissioner of Police. INEC refusing to replace Shakarao, others as candidates, NMPP. Prison break perpetrators sent to their maker, federal government. 11 killed in missile attacks, says Ukraine. Castana youths protest economic hardship during Buhari's visit. Tribunal, Osun police warn against violence. Tinubu's comment on fuel scarcity, Naira redesign misunderstood on Anuga. South Korea records low childbirth. Experts reveal symptoms of Parkinson's disease. EPL nominates Ateta, January's manager of the month. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Defense Minister seeks new border security plan. Meta lifts suspension on Trump's Facebook, Instagram accounts. Poor leadership, driving poverty in northern Nigeria group. Investor hails Oyebanji's contribution to private sector growth. Kanu government promotes 117 civil servants, dismisses 2. Government kidnap traditional ruler in Kaduna. Buhari unveils multi-billion naira tertiary education trust fund facilities in NDA. Others. Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital doctors begin strike over attack on members. Again, fire guts Lagos Market Building. Bar Ministry for supervising Niger Delta Development Commission, Falana tells court. Ganduje sacks suspended anti-graft commission chairman. Nigeria deports 70 Koreans, Egyptians, others in 2 years. Taraba government blames Cameroonian cattle rustlers for killings. Grant students break to vote. Showoro urges federal government. Immigration Service processes 9.31 million passports in 7 years. Police arrest one over torture of 89-year-old man. We will endure candidates ready to protect our interests. Central Bank of Nigeria launches domestic card to cut forest charges. Lagos government mandates health insurance for residents. Obasanjo Fayemi visit Wike in Rivers. Nigerians lose 3.19 trillion naira to fire incidents since 2015. Federal government. 159 Nigerians renounced citizenship in 2022. Interior Ministry. Rivers Accord governorship candidate escapes assassination, accuses PDP. Obasanjo Fayemi meets Wike at Rivers Summit. Naira note swap. Gbajabiamila threatens Emefiele with arrest. Why I am supporting Atiku over Obi, Tinubu's ex-aide. Protesters block Lagos Benin Expressway over fuel price hike. Clergymen protest selling of church by Abia government. Clergymen protest selling of church by Abia government. Central Bank of Nigeria licenses 400 Kogi money agencies for Naira swap. Gombe government okays 38 billion naira for road, bridge projects. Naira swap, Borno opens microfinance banks in local government areas. Edo government to shut churches, mosques without soundproof. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Going over to Vanguard newspaper, we have "Leave us out of your misfortune." Atiku Okowa campaign tells Tinubu, allow registered voters without PVC to vote. Udo Garanya urges INEC. 4G base stations in Nigeria hit 39,600, crashes from 1,000 to 350. Pantini. Slain female lawyer. My wife died at the third hospital. Husband. Vanguard Personality of the Year Award here today. PDP has no structure to win elections in Southeast. APC. CBN applauds banks in Ogun over circulation of new Naira notes. Coalition of political parties adopt Atiku Okowa for presidency. Reject temptation of vote selling. Bishop Odetuyimbo tells Nigerians. NRM Guba candidate in Adamawa, Ali Umaina, is dead. 13-year-old girl went missing in Kaduna, found in Maiduguri. I am concerned about abused, traumatized kids, says Zelma Tatua. Tinubu in Benue pledges to return all IDPs home. EU planning to deport more migrants back to home countries. Gambo flags off construction of 237 naval housing units in Badagry, gas plants in Navy Town. Pandev hails Buhari over RSS appointment as PSC chairman. Obasanjo tasks Nigerians on deepening democracy. Ondo 2023. Elaje Council crisis deepens. Chairman suspended. Federal government renames Nimet Institute after President Buhari. Bronu. Police reunites missing girl with father. Imo APC ward chairman killed after robbing him of phone, money. Police. Anambra. Resident doctors begin warning strike over assault of members. Chibok girls. Coalition wants presidential candidates to address safety in schools. History will be kind to me, Buhari. ICPC re-arrest ex-JAMB registrar Ojerinde. Electoral Act. Lagos APC sensitizes market leaders on PVC voting process. Atiku raises alarm over Tinubu's alleged plot to instigate riots. Danladi. Appeal Court upholds FHC's vacation of Supreme Court verdict. IGP recommends Frank Mba Idowu Owohunwa to PSC as Commissioners of Police, Lagos, Ogun. I will close IDP camps, return victims to their communities if elected. Tinubu. Bullion vans at Tinubu's house, missed address. Lagos APC Secretary. Abia PDP, what next or who next? People of Oruku Anam and my political backbone, says Akpabio. APC debunks expulsion of ex-presidential aide from party. That's all from Vanguard newspaper.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. Atiku remains my presidential candidate choice, says Paul Play. Syria A. Pissarro praises Oshime's scoring feat for Napoli. What you need to know about deadly diphtheria infections. Movement holds victory shower for Tinubu. Others. New dictionary translates new words into local tongues. Journalists seek register for attackers. Monarch marks 45th anniversary. Eleko Epe Road will reduce poverty. Institute seeks to train more women chefs. Firm scores high in workers' welfare. And still on the story is making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Epe stands still for Tinubu. Sanwo-Olu. Middle Belt Group roots for APC presidential candidate. Tinubu is God's unusual gift to Nigeria, says Tunji Bello. Adebule rallies non-indigens, artisans, women, youths for APC. I am committed to resource control, power devolution, Atiku tells Ebonians. Obi to Bauchi residents, your crude oil, not for sharing. We shall deliver 7 million votes to Tinubu, says fruit sellers. Akpabio kicks off senatorial campaign. My encounters with Tinubu by Akume. Nigeria's elite selfish, says Buhari. And still on the story is making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Petrol crisis, PDP colluding with saboteurs. Tinubu. On ease scam in APC, PDP camps ahead Osun Tribunal judgment. 324 Ondo civil servants risk being declared ghost workers. Federal government plans free trade zone in Ekiti. Oyo signs 50 million euro memorandum of understanding with France. Police deploy bomb sweepers, detectors. Police deploy bomb sweepers, detectors. Nigerians to buy shares with short codes. House threatens MFLA with arrest over Naira notes scarcity. Protesters block Lagos-Benin Expressway. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning.
On Daily Post, court adjourns suit seeking disqualification of Enugu Reps candidate Martin Spoke. Nigeria not for faint-hearted. Hamzat backs Tinubu. Nigeria does not need a good man as president. Chidoka shades P2B. Oshunguba Tribunal No cause for alarm. Human rights lawyer Olajebensi. Nigeria not for faint-hearted. Hamzat backs Tinubu. Mr. Dowell rewards. We will safeguard our fountain of knowledge reputation. Ekiti government. News. Let's go on this short break. We'll be right back after these messages. Do not go anywhere.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the state in Abuja or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the